everyone, this is James from Mad River Homestead here in Southwest Ohio. Beautiful fall day out here. It was a little cool when I got up this morning, but it's warmed up very nice. I think it's supposed to be up to around 80 tomorrow. You know, we really love where we live. It's absolutely gorgeous. We sit back from the road a little bit. We got some woods out in front of our house. Thing is, they are so overgrown. This is what I'm talking about. It's absolutely beautiful. The trees are spread apart very nicely, but there's just so much of that undergrowth. Now, the first year that we lived here, I took an old mower that I had and ran it through there. About killed the blades. But I really want it to be mowed down where we can have a nice forest floor there. Maybe grow some ground cover or something like that, but none of this. You know, these honeysuckles, all that kind of stuff, I really wanted to go. So today I bought a piece of equipment for the tractor. It is a 4-foot brush hog. So I put my pallet forks on the bucket. I've got it hooked up. They used a forklift at Rural King to load it in the trailer, and there's no other way for me to get it out than to lift it with the tractor. But I can't get forward enough to just wrap a strap around the bucket, so I needed to use those forks. Let me see if I got this hooked up right. We'll pull it out of there. Now, when I decided to get this tractor, I knew there were going to be some uses for it around the homestead. I had no idea the extent that I was going to use it. I have used this for so many things. Like, I would have never been able to lift this brush hog out of that trailer without the tractor. Well, it is on the ground. Now to get it hooked up to the tractor. Before I do that, I got to get the trailer back to its spot in the backyard. The tractor has definitely made this job a lot easier. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about tractors and how you hook these things up, just about every implement is connected with what they call a 3-point hitch system. That's the 2 lower arms that I just lifted there, and then you've got that top bar that comes out. And those will attach, as you can see, onto your implement, and that way you have control over it. You can lift it, move it, whatever you need to do. Now, if I did that part right, I should be able to just move that lever on the side of the tractor right here and lift this whole deck up. All right, so that part is done. The other thing I need to do is get this crankshaft attached onto the tractor so then I can put that spindle into where it goes on the tractor. And then we'll be in business. But for now, I think I'm just gonna run it into the backyard. It's getting close to supper time, and I'll have to put this off until tomorrow. Well, I finally got the bush hog attached. It took me a little while to get this shaft on. Just because some of the little things you have to do to get it. There's a little O-ring that goes around. It's tough to get back on. You have to slide that collar down and get it on there. You have to, you know, grease some of the different fittings. So there were some things that I had to figure out as I went. But it's on there. Everything looks right. I'm going to go ahead and take it for a little spin. I'm going to take it out in the woods, just see how it works. I don't have a lot of time. I'm also going to load up some of my compost and take it to my brother and then take some to my mom. So let's see how it works. Now, this video is definitely not any kind of a tractor tutorial. It's just me showing some stuff on my homestead, but just for those of you that don't know how an implement is powered, that PTO shaft, which PTO stands for power takeoff, when you connect that to your tractor on the spindle, you turn a dial, and that causes that shaft to turn, giving power to whatever implement you have that needs it. Let me get some of this compost to take to my mom and my brother. A couple more good uses for the tractor that I bought this year. Something I thought I'd probably never get, but it has come in very useful. I've used it for countless different projects, different things I needed it for. Actually, that compost came from the hay and the poop and pee that had stacked up around the hay feeders in our goat pens in the spring. I went to clean it up. If you saw that video, you know I struggled with the pitchfork and finally made the decision to pull the trigger for a tractor. I'm really glad I did. It has come in very, very handy. So I came out and worked in the front woods a little bit, and you can see it doesn't really look a whole lot different there, but let me go around to where I actually did it. This looks so much better. Better view from the front porch. I'll be able to see some of this bigger stuff that I really need to get out of here. There's some stumps that I'll probably pull. That one right there is one of those that I need to get out of here. And there's a couple other ones that are just some bad spots. Still have some to do, but I need to get some of the bigger wood out of the way. Let me go out closer to the road. I want to show you the shot from out there. So my thinking is leaving some of this, I mean, yes, it looks scraggly and everything, but leaving kind of a wall, if you will, of this undergrowth right here on the roadside of the woods. My thinking is, you know, it'll cut off a view a little bit from the road, but our view from the front porch is going to be a lot better. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Was this a good purchase for me? I think it was. You know, eventually I might be able to use it for side jobs. Other people want their woods or some area bush hogged. I'll be able to do it. Maybe make a little extra money. And now for a little comedy break. The goats love this red amaranth. G definitely thinks he's the boss. Gee, what? There you go. Uno, come over and get the scraps. Good stuff. It's an ancient grain, and goats love it. Just like anything else, I got a little bit better as I was using the brush hog, and I did find that going backwards in most cases was the best way to do it, at least for me. Probably the biggest advantage to going backwards is you can see any obstacles, rocks, large logs, things like that that you might be in danger of hitting. Well, I guess I found a yellow jacket hole, so I'm gonna have to dust that once I figure out where it is. Found another one in the backwoods the other day. I found a hole for it, and I've got some dust coming that's supposed to take care of them. Once I figure out where this hole is, I'll take care of it as well. Just have to come out at night when they've settled down for the night. They're gonna have to uncover their hole though for me to figure that out. Now, as you'll see in a couple of minutes, I am leaving some of the undergrowth in some areas, but for some of these big honeysuckle bushes, I decided I want to get those out of there, expose what they're hiding basically. I think it turned out really good. This particular attachment that I have for my weed eater is absolutely awesome. It's basically a saw blade that you can install on your weed eater. I was really happy to get this area around this tree cleaned up. I think it's just such a beautiful tree with that split trunk. Sits right beside the driveway as you're driving in, about halfway. And it's just a really good spot where you can plant some flowers and things of that nature. So it was good to get that cleaned up. One of the reasons we hardly have any honeysuckle in our backwoods is because the goats pretty much decimated it over the past couple of years. So I decided to go ahead and give them a little treat. Might as well not let that go to waste. Now, this yard rake, or some people call it a rock rake, is really great for moving a lot of stuff through the woods, through an area that you want to get cleared. I originally had gotten it earlier this year and was going to try to use it with the ATV, and that was just a big fail. So I was really excited when I got the tractor and I was able to use this as an implement on the tractor. As you can see, it does a really good job of just kind of clearing out the area. All right, so this is the view from the road. Not a whole lot different than it used to be. You could tell it is a little bit more clear back there. As you come in the driveway, look off, still kind of covered. I'm leaving all that there just for that reason. But once you get to this point, you can see that the woods look really nice. This right here, I'm really happy about. It looked pretty bad before with all that undergrowth around it. Still want to get that vine off right there, about 10 feet up. But, and there's still some more cleanup to do here, but I think Margie might put some kind of flower bed there, something. So as you walk through the woods, you can see there's some areas where I decided to go ahead and leave the undergrowth, like this area right here. You know, small animals have somewhere to run and hide if they need to. Our cats do like to come out here. I'm sure this will cut down on the amount of small animals that are out here, but That's okay. This is for us. One thing I was thinking about doing is putting some raised beds out here, try to grow some plants that like shade. Make a comment down below if you've had any experience with that. If you have some suggestions, I'd love to hear them. It doesn't have to be edibles. It can be some kind of herbs, some kind of medicinal, whatever you think would grow. There is an area right here where it would have some pretty good sun during the day, right through here. So that might be something for partial shade type plants or partial sun. I don't know. But I am really happy with the way it turned out. I love it. It's a lot more inviting now. So there you have it. The front woods are cleaned up. I do appreciate your taking the time to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. And until my next video, God bless you and your family.